Late one night, a woman walked into the woods to relieve herself, but lurking nearby was a thug who saw an opportunity. Fueled by twisted desires, he crept after her, unaware she had set a deadly trap. In a flash, he stepped onto a board of rusty nails. As he screamed in agony, the woman grabbed a massive machete and unleashed her fury. The thug tore the nail from his foot, limping, crawling, desperate to escape. But this wasn't just self-defense, it was vengeance. This man and his family had not only killed her husband, they'd subjected her to unthinkable torment. Now, she was done being the victim. The thug barely made it to his front door, screaming for his parents to help. Inside, his parents were too distracted, flirting and bickering, to hear his cries for help. By the time they noticed, their son was already dead, lying in a pool of blood. The father, a notorious bully himself, stormed out to see what happened, only to trigger a hidden bear trap. Howling in pain, he looked up to see the woman, holding his terrified wife at knife point. Without hesitation, she slit the woman's throat right before his eyes. Then she turned her blade on him, but he blocked it with a washboard, and with a powerful kick, sent her flying. As he struggled to free himself from the trap, she lunged again, only to be blocked by a wooden door. Another kick sent her crashing down. The man grabbed her by the hair and threw her across the yard. But just as he rose to finish her, she grabbed a bamboo stick and jammed it straight into his ribs. He collapsed in pain. Still, he wasn't done. He yanked out the bamboo, but she seized a kettle of scalding water and smashed it over his head. And yet, like a cockroach, he wouldn't die. As she reached for her knife, he lunged up and wrapped his hands around her throat, squeezing tighter and tighter. She gasped for air, then felt something cold in the dirt. A sickle. With the last of her strength, she drove it into his neck. Only then did the monster fall for good. Justice was served, but at a heavy cost. Revenge can unleash incredible strength, but it can also pull us into the darkest corners of our soul. When justice fails us, is violence truly the only way forward? Subscribe for the next part.